Paranormal podcast contains content that might not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. This is Paranorm Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Paranorm, the podcast where we chat all things true crime and paranormal. I'm Emily.
And I'm Sierra.
And this week, because it's our 22nd episode, motherfuckers, I have twisted Sierra's arm, and she will be doing the story. I have no fucking clue what it is about. I do know one thing, and that is it's in Canada, or like something. It has something to do with Canada. But before we do that, let's do our little check-in. How the fuck are you, Sierra? After I just kind of like bombarded you with this thought. How was researching?
It was interesting. I had some trouble like how to like put it together so it all made sense.
Yeah.
As far as like different people in it, and then like well, I know you know, but
I do.
just like the sequence of events and stuff.
Yes.
Because like it's not like a book where it's like all laid out. And
Yeah. Because you're getting from multiple places.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just super strange.
Yeah.
But how was your week? You had a good week? I feel
I think
like
so.
I've seen you but I haven't like chatted.
No, it was fine. I don't think there was really anything like too crazy going on. Not that I can remember.
Yeah. I don't think.
I think putting away Christmas stuff was the most.
Oh yeah, we've cleared out the Christmas decorations and have now figured out kind of sort of not really the layout of
Possibly.
our home. Sierra's building me a table to put all my plants on. I don't think I've like talked about my love for plants yet, but like guys, I have a lot of plants, like real and not real. There's a lot of plants happening. I think it's keeping me like from buying another pet. Because they're basically my pet. Like when I just got back a couple weeks ago from Disney World.
Yeah.
At this point, maybe a couple weeks.
Tomorrow, a couple weeks.
Yeah. So I have left like a detailed instruction for Sierra and then our other roommate Chloe on what was happening with each plant, and they all have their own name. Like it's a problem, but only for everybody else. But yeah, real quick, Sierra, you reel me back in when I get a little too far gone on my little soapbox. I want to talk about what happened this week, because that was an actual shit show.
Yeah, she called me and I was just like, I don't even know what to say to that.
And obviously we were talking about what happened on Wednesday with the attempted coup. That was, I don't even know what else to call it, except an act of domestic terrorism.
Right.
By a group of terrorists. It was despicable. It was just the way that police reacted was also despicable because I'm sure you guys have seen the comparisons between the Black Lives Matter protests where they are protesting their right not to be murdered. Like,
yeah, not just like some random thing, but like an actual thing that matters.
Yes, not the fact that their orange profit lost. And today, I think it was today, Trump has been officially banned from Twitter. Which should have been done a long time ago, but good fucking riddance. It's just disgusting. As that's all I could say about it. It's disgusting. And I woke up that morning and I had texted you before this had all happened because Georgia fucking flipped blue, which is honestly so great. The fact that it is now Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is wonderful. And then I got to hold on to that joy for 3 or 4 hours, if that.
Yeah.
And then
everything
hit the fan. So yeah, it was just it's just disgusting. It's disgusting that they're like they have that much. What's the word?
I don't know.
I can't think of the word. Amanda on Wine and Crime the other day said, if I could only have as much confidence as a mediocre white man does.
Right.
That's all that just like
it wasn't, what's quote unquote confidence, but it's also just like pride.
Oh
and
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. The pure
Yeah.
white supremacist of it all
Yeah.
is insane
yeah,
because they were carrying Blue Lives Matter flags while attacking police officers.
right. Like they don't understand the hypocrisy of
There
the
we
whole
go. That's
thing.
the word I was searching for. But yeah, so it's disgusting. I know you guys have heard not heard the end of it since, but I mean, it's important. We need to talk about this because my favorite part that have come out of this disgusting event is people flat out naming them.
Yeah.
Like we were reading about the teenager, the 18-year-old that named her mother, her aunt, and her uncle, and just full on named them, which is good. We should be doing that. We don't need to support these white racist assholes. Like, ugh, it makes me so annoyed.
Yeah.
And she, in the article, they were talking about how she's not the first to be disowned by their families, which, hey, your girl has. So yeah, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
I mean, the whole thing, it's like very unfortunate that that's where we are in the history of the United States.
I mean, it's not even that's where we are. That's where we've been. Like we have been that way since the United States been the United States. I mean, we full on committed racial genocide when white people came to this country. So, I mean, when the whole point of Make America Great Again, it was never great to begin with for people of color.
Right.
So I'm not like, everybody's like, this is so shocking. Is it though? I'm surprised it took this long, to be honest. But it's the whole thing. It's despicable. It's absolutely despicable. So yeah, that's where I'm at this week with that. See, we went to a Mexican restaurant, 2 days ago, 3 days ago? I don't know what day it is. And Sierra had to take my phone and just keep it away from me for a couple minutes because
because you have like the notifications.
Yeah,
and just, pop up.
every notification that I was getting, I was like, well, now this is happening. Well, now this is happening. Now this person's died, which also 4 of the terrorists, that's what I'm calling them because that's what they are.
All
4
right.
of the terrorists have died. One of them there was 5 people that died. One of them was a police officer. However, 4 of them were terrorists trying to gain access or already inside the Capitol building. It's funny, but it's not funny.
Right.
How they're like, well, she wasn't armed. She was breaking and entering.
In the
federal
act of committing a crime.
Yes. So, what's that thing you guys like to say? Well, if she just listened to the officer's commands. Isn't that something these assholes like to say? Yeah, okay. So, that's all. I feel like I should take a breather because I got my heart racing now. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because I know so many of these Trump-supporting idiots because, we live in the South. Half of my family, I don't even want to call them that anymore, are no longer speaking to me because of the fact of my views on their Trump-supporting insanity. Like, it just boggles my brain. It just boggles my brain how stupid they could be. So that's all I'm going to say on that because Sierra's giving me the look of, come on now. So, all right. It's your turn. Go for it. You can do it. What are we talking about this week?
All right.
Besides Emily's rambling.
So this story was coined as the most sensationalized event in Canadian crime history.
Oh, so I might know it.
Probably.
Oh my God. Okay. Yay.
I mean, you know a lot of things.
I do know a lot of crimes.
So, on March 16th, 1946, 5 school children were hiking the Niagara Escarpment.
Escarpment?
Escarpment.
Escarpment? That's a fucking word,
It's
man.
a word. And where, you have, the ground one level, and you have, a cliff.
Oh.
And it's, tall.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Cliffs are usually tall, yes.
Yeah, so it is I mean, it depends on where you're standing, right? So it's part of like the Niagara Falls like situation that they have going on. That makes it sound bad, but it's not bad. Anyways,
Okay, I love this.
There's a smaller like fall. It's called Albion, and so it was near there, in the town of Hamilton, Ontario, where they came across what, in multiple sources, they thought was at first a pig.
It's never a fucking pig. It's never
Right.
an animal. It's never
Exactly.
God.
So what they found, like sitting like or like laying like halfway down the escarpment, was a human torso.
Okay, is an escarpment the same thing? I'm sorry, I'm stuck on this. Is it the same as like an embankment? Maybe, kind of, sort of, not really?
No, I don't think so. It's like a cliff. So like there's like land, there's the cliff, and then there's land lower.
Oh,
And where
okay.
that ridge,
Okay.
where there's a divide between
Learning new things.
like tectonic plates or something, like where one thing is higher than the other, that is the escarpment.
Okay, and they found a torso or a whole body?
A torso.
Just a torso. How fun.
Yep, it was missing all of its limbs and its head.
Oh my God. Okay, so quick anecdote, y'all. Or like little budgeting in here. We are going hiking next week, and literally every single time we go hiking, I tell Sierra, "What if we found a dead body?" And she goes, "Well, you'd have a great day." But like, how wild would that be? Like,
Yeah.
5 school children, you said?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, they're in therapy forever. Bless their little hearts.
Yeah, I did read like the Hamilton Spectator, which is a newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a 70th year anniversary like thing of it.
Mm-hmm. Of finding the torso?
Of like the whole story.
Okay.
And one person had wrote in that like her mom and dad, who were obviously not married at the time, but like were married later,
Yeah.
who were 2 of the kids who found
Oh my God.
the body.
Oh
And
my
like
God.
they just didn't like they just didn't talk about it really.
Oh my God, I would literally go to every party, and you know I don't like
Yeah.
parties, but like I would go every outing. Be like, guys, guess what? I found a dead body. That sounds so morbid, but that's definitely how I would start things off.
All right. Anyway, so even though the body did not have a head or any limbs, the remains were identified as John Dick by his brother-in-law, quote, based on a cyst on his backside and
Ew.
one undescended testicle.
Ew. No. Ugh. No, not a fan of the cyst. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
John had been reported missing by his cousin, Alexander Kramer.
Now you get to bask in all of the fun that I have pronouncing names.
Kammerer is Kammerer.
Kramer.
There's no R before the A, though.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
Kammerer.
Anyway, so he had been missing since March 6th, 1946. He was last seen at the Windsor Hotel in Hamilton, where he purportedly ordered soup, pie, and coffee.
Did they find that in his stomach contents?
I don't know.
Oh, bummer.
The pathologist did not say so, but
So I was just kind of like figuring out if he like died right then.
I'm wondering if he was with his cousin, and like the cousin was like, "Oh, he's just going home," but then he never like saw him again.
Yeah.
And so he.
Okay, so when was he discovered again? I'm sorry.
He was discovered on March 16th.
Oh, so he was only missing for like 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's not
So
that
they
long.
found him 10 days after.
Damn.
So John Dick was born in Russia. So I don't know if that was like his immigrant name.
I was about to say, what?
Yeah. So he was born in Russia in 1906. He and his parents fled the Russian Revolution and arrived in Ontario in 1924. In 1943, he started work with the Hamilton Street Railway as a bus and streetcar driver. So he moved from where he was with his parents to Hamilton in the 40s, and then he started as a driver with Hamilton Street Railway, which will be very important later.
Okay.
So John, on October 4th, 1945, married Evelyn McLean Evelyn was born to Donald and Alexandra McLean, who were both Scottish immigrants. Evelyn had grown up in Hamilton, Ontario, and her father also worked for the Hamilton Street Railway as a streetcar conductor.
Damn.
I don't think it's like a big town. At least it wasn't. At one point.
At that point in time?
Yeah. At one point, I saw that there were like 400 men who lived there.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like super big or anything.
Yeah.
So it was stated in several sources that Alexandra McLean, her mom, was desperate to increase her family's social status. She sent Evelyn to a prestigious academy, Loretto Academy, which was mostly a private school for like wealthier families. So like it seemed out of their means to send her there.
What?
Right.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot. What?
So it's assumed that she wanted like her daughter to like marry up and like help, with the wealth part of that.
And their status.
So at the time of John and Evelyn's marriage, she had already given birth to 3 children. Heather White, who was 3 when they got married, 1 stillborn daughter who would have been 2.5, and then Peter David White, who was 1 when they got married.
Okay, so she already had children when she married him?
Yes.
Okay. Were they his?
No.
Okay.
So
that status thing's going really well.
So she claimed that she got the surname from a gentleman who was in the Navy, who has been stationed at war. And so I guess maybe I don't know how she got married, if supposedly she was married to this guy.
Yeah.
But maybe she said that he died in the war or something like that. There wasn't really anything about that.
I mean, they
part,
don't really keep records like that, so it's not surprising.
Right. By Evelyn's mid-teens, she had earned a reputation as being an escort.
Okay.
So she got her money from being an escort. She was always wearing the finest clothes and jewelry.
While she was married to John?
So before and during.
And during, okay, sorry.
Yeah. So between when she was mid-teens and then when she married him, she had been living this lifestyle as an escort and then obviously getting money from the people that she escorted. And was accustomed to living like a lavish lifestyle, hosting parties, and just like having fine things.
Yeah.
And she also purportedly had a little black book with all of her clients, escorts, escorted people, however you want to say that.
I think it's clients.
Clients.
I'm pretty sure it's clients.
She also used the money to put a down payment on her house on Carrick Street, which was probably like a big deal back then for a woman to
like buy her house.
Yeah, it was
especially if she didn't have any like permission.
Right. So it was before she was married.
Yeah.
It was while she was married to Mr. White. Quote unquote, and
the seaman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So her mom and dad actually separated during this time before she got married to John, and so Evelyn, her mom, and her daughter, Heather, lived in the house.
Okay.
I think I accidentally skipped over the part earlier because she had her 3rd child that she gave birth to, Peter. She gave up to the Children's Aid Society.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
No worries.
I accidentally skipped that part.
That's fine. I skip all of the parts all of the time. You're doing great.
All right. So she had her house. She had her mom and her daughter living with her in the house. And then she comes home one day and was like, I'm getting married. And her mom was like, oh, to Bill? And she was like, no, to John Dick. And she was just like, I don't even know who the heck that person is.
Who the fuck is that?
Right. So one of the other important people in the story is Bill Bohozuk. I think he's like of Russian descent as well, just based on his name. But he had lived, like his parents must have come over earlier because he had lived and worked in Hamilton all of his life, and was well known around town just as a good person, and had been Evelyn's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So she thought, like the mom was like, "Oh, you're getting married to him," and then she'd come out of nowhere and was just like, "Nope,
nah, homeboy John Dick."
Yeah. So,
okay.
What?
All right.
But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. They got married, and then about a month later, they were like fighting all the time, and they actually ended up being separated but not being divorced.
Yes.
So apparently she didn't stop being an escort because, she wouldn't stop earning money just because she got married.
No.
And apparently they'd only known each other a week before they decided they were going to get married.
Oh, super cute.
So I would be interested to hear what that conversation looked like. Exactly.
Here's my input. Don't fucking get married to begin with.
So.
Oh my God.
All right,
period.
So
no matter how long you've known each other. What the fuck? No.
It's 1945. So, but they did like weird marriage things back then. So
they do weird marriage things now.
Well, that's true. But anyway, so somehow, some way, John was dismembered and dumped off the escapement thing. I don't think that was the right word.
Encampment?
I don't know.
I don't either. At this point, he was thrown off the cliff.
He was thrown off the cliff. And,
oh my God.
So.
Do you know how hard it would be to dismember somebody? Like, that takes a lot of fucking work.
Right. So that's one of the things that they kind of like bring up during the investigation as far as
like did they look and see if like the bone was cut or was it like...
Right. So there wasn't a lot of details that I found. As far as that part.
Bummer.
But there is some other things that go along with it. So during the autopsy, it revealed that John had been shot twice by a .32 caliber 5-shot handgun.
Okay.
But the pathologist, Dr. William Dedman, like.
No.
Yes.
You're fucking with me.
No.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Right.
I love it.
He concluded that neither of the wounds caused by the gunshots would have been the cause of death.
Okay.
So he proposed...
So possibly still alive while he's being dismembered.
He didn't say anything about it, but you should be able to tell whether he was alive
like
or
blood
dead.
flow and stuff.
Exactly. So it wasn't anything said about it, but I am guessing he was dead when he was dismembered. So
can hope.
Dr. Dedman provided that he was probably shot in the head first. Since they didn't have the head.
Yeah, they couldn't really
tell. And they actually never recovered any of the limbs or the head.
Oh my goodness.
From the
Maybe
body.
they had pigs. But then again, why wouldn't you give the torso to the pigs too? Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So he also reported that it looked like someone had tried to cut the torso in half, but like wasn't actually able to do so.
Oh, okay.
So there was like deep gashes, but like
when you say half, like across his stomach?
I'm guessing like they were trying horizontal probably first.
Okay.
And then they couldn't, and so they're like, well, heck with it, we'll just dump him off the cliff. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so after the body the torso had been found and identified, reporters had asked Evelyn, like, how do you, what's going on? How do you feel? And her response was, don't look at me. I don't know anything about it.
Oh my goodness. Love it. Love Evelyn's pure confidence.
So
okay, sure, we're just gonna go look at Joe down the street. How's that? Yeah. No. What an idiot.
So throughout the investigation, Evelyn obviously was like kept changing her story. Her stories were conflicting and like unbelievable and like totally just random. She told the police that a mysterious man called her and told her that he was going to kill John because John had gotten a woman pregnant. So, okay. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Give the kid up for adoption. Come on now.
Right. So she claimed also during that statement that he later came to her house holding a sack and told her that he needed to use her car. She drove
John did?
No, the mysterious man.
Oh my God, Evelyn.
Evelyn drove him and the sack out to the dumping site. And the man told her that like a sack contained parts of John.
Oh, cute. And that's probably as much as she questioned is what she's saying.
So police asked her how it was to be in the car with her husband's remains, and she replied that she wasn't happy about his demise.
Oh my God.
But that it was a pretty mean trick to break up a home, obviously referring to the woman who he had got pregnant and led to this guy killing him.
Oh.
So like
cute.
You went and got somebody pregnant and you're breaking up this household, quote unquote, and now you had to go and get yourself killed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So like saying like he was at fault for getting himself
I mean,
killed.
we're both children of a, quote, broken household, so I don't
Right.
think it's that big of a deal to us, but, like, come on, lady.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, anyways. So she also told this story later. She decided to give like a second statement, and she had mentioned this Italian hitman earlier in the whole investigation.
Oh my god, okay.
And,
okay, hold on, pause here. So we have, don't look at her. It has nothing to do with her. We have a strange man making phone calls and that John Dick, got someone else pregnant. And now we have an Italian
hitman who apparently John had slept with his wife.
Oh, so he might be the same one as the mysterious phone call?
So it's supposedly two different ones.
Of course it is.
Because she like gave like two different statements about it, but like,
okay.
yeah, so like I don't know if she's just like changing.
101 on how to get away with murder. Keep your fucking story straight, bitches.
So anyway, her second statement was similar to the first one, but claiming that the hitman had been hired by her ex-boyfriend Bill, and she, in order to like support her statement that Bill had like done that and everything, and that the hitman had come and killed her, she went and showed them where they had shot John.
Oh my goodness, poor Bill.
Right? It's just like
he's just floating along.
And
what the fuck, man?
Yeah. So she, one, showed the police where the body had been dumped.
Yeah.
Two, showed the police where John had supposedly been shot in the head.
Yeah.
Dude.
This homegirl just fucked everything up, man.
Right. And so also during the investigation, the police found out that Evelyn had borrowed a 1935 black Packard from Bill Landig. Apparently, like, she borrowed this car a lot, and, like, it wasn't uncommon for her to be seen. Like,
for her to borrow a car from her ex-boyfriend?
No. From a different person.
From a different Bill?
From, like, yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of Bills.
Sorry, 2 Bills.
Okay.
I didn't realize that until just now. But, yeah, so this person obviously, like, often let her, like, borrow the car.
Borrow his car, yeah.
I guess, like, it's like a rental or something. I don't know if it's like an official thing or he just knows her.
Yeah. He might be a client.
Could be. I don't know. So anyway,
we're going to strongly, what's the word? Suggest.
Yeah. So she had borrowed this car, and when she returned it, was not very smart here. Okay?
She hasn't been very smart to begin with.
Mr. Langdon told police that when she returned the car, there was blood in the front seat, the seat covers were missing, and there were bloody clothes in the trunk.
Oh my goodness gracious.
She had, I guess, left him a note, like, in the car, saying that Heather had cut herself and made a mess with the blood and everything.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Like, what kind of excuse is that?
What in the world?
So...
Okay, and why is Bill not immediately going to the police?
Well, maybe if he was her client, like, she had, like, stuff on him.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
I don't know that for a fact, but it's probable. So, the police tested the blood in the car, found out it was the same blood type as John, and so they are assuming that she used this car to transport the body after she killed him. One to the cliff, and then one with the limbs or whatever. Once again. During the investigation, the police found a gun that was registered to Donald McLean, which is Evelyn's father. It was a .32 caliber handgun. It was found in his house, in the dad's house, along with other incriminating evidence such as bullet holes, cartridges for the bullets, saws, and bloodstained shoes that were known to be John's in the basement. So, like, obviously they had, like, dismembered him at the house.
Yeah.
And then in the yard behind Evelyn's house, they found ashes, like from a coal stove, and inside the ashes were bone and teeth fragments.
Okay, this is one thing I cannot, like, I don't get why people think it's so easy to burn a body.
Yeah.
Like, it is really hard to burn a body. Also, Evelyn is an idiot.
So
let's just leave all of this here.
Yeah, like I don't know. But the police found in her dad's house a magazine called Famous Detective Stories, and in it described how to incinerate a corpse.
All right.
I mean,
okay, wonderful. That's why would you run that in a fucking magazine to begin with?
I guess maybe like Famous Detective Stories, and they were trying to tell like about how you can or can't dispose of a body or in this, you know, I don't know.
Oh
I'm not familiar
God.
with this particular publication.
What is it called again?
Famous Detective Stories.
I mean, I think we should get a subscription.
I don't know if it's still running in print or not.
Hold on, I'll Google it. Famous Detective Stories?
Yeah.
It only ran until 1957.
Probably because people kept committing murders off of it.
Detective Story magazine. It had, holy shit. No, okay. It only ran until 1949. It had 1,057 issues.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Holy fucking shit, man. I mean, it looks cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. It started in 1915, though.
Wow.
So, all right. Anyway, back to Evelyn and her idiocy.
All right. So, based on all of the evidence that they collected, and Evelyn's statements and her mom's statements and other people's statements, all the statements,
all of Evelyn's statements, which can fill a fucking book at this point. Yeah.
There is a book, but anyway.
Okay. All right.
So, Bill, Evelyn, and Donald, the dad, were all charged in the whole murder situation.
Okay.
Of John.
Sure. I mean, they're guilty as hell at this point.
So there's a few, like 2 interesting things that happened during the trial. Well, 3. One, it was like a whole craze of like everybody was like trying to get into the courthouse.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
that's a really, like, this lady straight up murdered her husband, and it's the 40s?
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking happen.
And she was such a beautiful lady. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't imagine
yeah,
how someone
yeah.
like that
Mhm.
would kill someone
Yep.
and dismember them.
There's another Canadian serial killer and serial rapist that
Mhm.
did it with her husband or boyfriend,
Mhm.
and that is one of the reasons she got such a light sentence, was because she was so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So that
it's
was like a
fucking
whole
ridiculous.
thing.
Absolutely
Like
ridiculous.
that. So 2 interesting things that I found like that happened during the trial.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't like evidence that they had like going in or whatever.
Mhm.
So during the trial, it was revealed that Donald McLean had stolen more than $200,000 from the Hamilton Street Railway during his career.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, my goodness.
So apparently, what you do when you pay for the street cars, you just put a nickel
Uh-huh.
in the little box.
Uh-huh.
And apparently, he was like stealing nickels.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How fucking outrageous is that? Like, I'm gonna go to work today and steal some nickels.
I mean, in one thing that I read, like, he would just send her with nickels to, like, buy stuff. Like, no, how can you not be suspicious of something like that?
Serious? I'm sure she was, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna murder someone someday, so I'm not all that suspicious.
I mean, I guess that's how, like, they paid for her private school
Education,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And, like,
I mean, it makes sense.
until she started doing,
you know, sex work.
yeah. So, I mean, it definitely, I'm sure that there was pressure like from the mom because she
if she wanted to be like gain a new status.
Right. So there was lots of like factors that went into it. He was also
We're not excusing it,
No.
but it's just fucking ridiculous at this point because this literally sounds like a family full of fucking clowns.
Yeah. Don was purportedly was a very mean person, like not very nice. Like, I don't know if he was a drunkard or not, but I feel like I might have read that somewhere. I didn't particularly write it down, so I'm not sure.
There's no way to know.
It's kind of irrelevant, I guess. But anyway, so he had his whole thing, stress, everything. And then the other thing I wanted to add about
Did they charge him for that?
I never actually read anything that he was charged for that, no.
I guess the murder charge kind of caps that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what happened to him as far as that goes.
Okay.
So one other thing that I found interesting was during a line of questioning okay, let me start over.
It gets hard, doesn't it?
Yeah. So during a line of questioning in one of like the preliminary hearings.
Yes.
Evelyn,
I'm so proud of you for saying that word because I can never say that word. Like I literally will find like synonyms for that fucking word.
So there was a line of questioning about Evelyn's promiscuity, and Evelyn,
oh dear Lord,
Evelyn revealed that she has slept with about 150 men in the town.
Good fucking for her.
And the prosecutor was like, "Well, can you name them?"
Was the prosecutor a man or a woman?
A man. And she was like, "Well, his son is one," and pointed to, and he was like, "Are you pointing to your honor and the honorable?" And she was like, "Yeah." So the judges, she was like telling them that the judge's son was one of the men.
Did the judge recuse themselves?
So no, he in the thing it said that he struck the testimony from the record and restrained the publication of the names. So like he didn't recuse himself, but like he said that she couldn't like say that, and like,
oh my God,
it couldn't be part of like.
Oh, that's some shit. That is some shit, man.
So, all right. In this whole trial situation, what happened as a result of this? Bill, he was acquitted because the prosecutor's only witness was Evelyn, and she refused to testify against him.
Yeah.
The dad was found guilty as an accessory after the fact and sentenced to 5 years in prison.
That's it?
Of which he served 4.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So they couldn't prove that he killed John, but they could prove that he helped like dismember and
be a white man.
Yeah. So Evelyn was sentenced to death by hanging, although they couldn't prove, or they didn't prove what necessarily one way or the other that she killed John with her own hands. Evelyn was guilty by participating in the planning and carrying out of the crime, which was enough to find her guilty of murder under the law.
Did they actually hang her though? Oh, okay, you got that face. Let me fucking hear it.
However, Evelyn hired a new attorney, which would J.J. Robinette, who would later become a very, very famous Canadian attorney. He handled her appeal case. He appealed on the basis that Evelyn's statements to police were improperly admitted into evidence and that the trial judge had not properly instructed the jury. A judge ruled her testimony inadmissible, and Evelyn was acquitted.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
What the actual... No. Okay, keep going. What the fuck? No. What the fuck? Okay.
So, during the initial investigation, Detective John Freeborn had discovered a suitcase in the attic of Evelyn's home.
Oh.
Upon inspection, the suitcase was full of concrete, but inside the concrete was the strangled and partially mummified body of Evelyn's son, Peter David White.
Oh no.
Yes.
Please tell me this. Okay, what the fuck?
So she had reportedly told her mother that she had given the son up for adoption.
Yeah.
And it turned out he only lived probably like a couple of weeks before he was killed. And so
what a piece of shit.
during the trial for the murder of her son, she was found guilty, sentenced to life in prison, and she served 11 years at the Kingston Prison for Women. So obviously not life.
No.
She was paroled in 1958.
She was oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah. So she left the prison. She reportedly found a new identity, new job, like not to be actually seen again.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 1985, Evelyn was granted a pardon under the Royal Prerogative of Mercy, which meant that she didn't have to report to police, the parole board, or anything like that. And then her file was sealed.
The fucking audacity.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so the question is...
That's it?
Who shot John Dick?
Oh, no, we know who fucking shot John Dick. What the fuck?
But it was never actually answered. Nobody confessed to the crime. Nobody was convicted for the crime of murder against John Dick.
That's fucked up.
And
I'm so proud.
Yeah.
You did such a good job.
So
it's a great 22 episode.
It was pretty good, I think.
No, it was. It was great. I'm angry, so it was good.
So it was very interesting because there's like, it's kind of like a legend now, in the sense that like people will tell stories of what they thought happened. They'll tell stories of how they think they saw Evelyn, like in the grocery store.
Or like Elvis.
Yeah, like Elvis.
Oh my god.
One person said that they saw her like in church one time. So she
should not.
Supposedly went and married a minister.
Oh my goodness.
Who knows? She could be out there like have killed.
Oh, she's definitely dead now, but like.
Well, yeah. Now she is, but like before she passed away or was killed or whatever happened to her, her demise was met. Who knows?
Man.
What else?
That is
she
so
could
fucked.
have.
That is so fucked. I feel like I've heard that story before, but like I don't know if I have or not.
Yeah.
I was sitting over here Googling to see like if I had heard it before, but like that's fucked, man.
So some of the things that came out of like this story, the things that like the story that are based on this story, there is a book. It's called The Torso Murder. The Untold Story of Evelyn Dick. So it's just like a actual book.
A book, yeah.
About her. There was a television film called Torso, the Evelyn Dick story. And in this, it suggests that actually her parents were the ones who killed her baby and her husband. They reported that she was sexually abused by her father and exploited by her parents. So, like, they were not happy that she had married John Dick, because he was of the same status as her. Like he worked at the same place as her father.
Yeah.
And they were like,
I mean,
no.
it's a thought. Like it's a idea that they, but no.
It's like a line that you can follow, but
Yeah.
like it's probably not going to pan out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so supposedly they were married that they got married, or they were angry that they got married, so they killed him.
Yeah.
And all that. I don't know like why they would have killed the son. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I
don't know.
don't get that.
Maybe it just had to do with like the illegitimacy of thing, and it was a son to be like an heir, and they wanted the heir to be, I don't know. There was a 2005 film noir musical called Black Widow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, I hate musicals. Like, I hate musicals. So, what?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. And then
we should ask Emily if she's seen it.
Apparently two other things about the story. One,
Tell me as many as you want.
This band called The Forgotten Rebels used the lyrics from a well-known Yard song to
What's a yard song?
like kids like sing like in like a
like patty cake?
yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they use like the lyrics, which are "You cut off his legs, you cut off his arms, you cut off his head. How could you, Mrs. Dick? How could you, Mrs. Dick?"
Oh my god. Okay.
So they use those lyrics too for their song called Evelyn Dick, and
All right.
I thought it was hilarious. Is the album is called Untitled plus Surfing on Heroin. And I'm just like,
Casual Tuesday thing.
like what?
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know how big this song got or the Untitled album, but there it is nonetheless.
That's the title of our episode, Surfing on Heroin. That's it, guys. Now you know why our episode's titled.
Oh, man.
Oh, fucking love it. All right.
So,
That's what we got?
yeah,
That's your case?
it. That's it.
Way to go.
That's actually the end now.
Oh, me every single time we finish a case. Cannot deal. All right. I feel like we had something else to tell everyone. Guys, we have a hockey team. We don't actually have a hockey team. Let me clarify. We do not actually have a hockey team. We are just now invested in hockey. For some reason, I don't really remember how this
Go
started.
Maple Leafs.
Yeah, it's the
Toronto.
Toronto. There we go. Toronto Maple Leafs. I had to,
Yeah.
second guess myself there for a second, but that's okay. But yeah, I think it happened within the span of 30 minutes. I was like, Sierra, we should watch hockey. And she was like,
No, well, so what happened was we were talking about sports something.
no, okay, that's what it was. I was on Instagram, how
Uh-huh.
every one of
Oh,
my
yeah.
good ideas started.
Yeah.
And I had read this meme that had to do with like the rules of hockey. And I was like, this is fucking metal. Like I need...
Oh, yeah, the overtimes.
The overtimes are fucking metal, and
Yeah.
I need more of that in my life. So I was like, Sierra, we should watch hockey. And she was like, I feel like you could get into that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's pretty much just like shoving people around. So.
and they get put in timeout for it, which I find
Yeah.
hilarious. So yeah, that's it. If you guys know anything about hockey, because we know nothing.
Yeah, I know some things, but like
we've been Googling.
as a collective, we know very little, as
Very
opposed to
little.
like how much we probably should know.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to send us a nice little DM about that or email whatever
Yeah.
you fancy. But I feel
Let
like
us know what your hockey team is if you
if,
have
I
one.
swear to God, if it is the Montreal Canadiens
With an E.
with an E, I'm gonna lose my shit. That is basically just Canadians, and it drives me up a wall. I have very strong opinions about everything, so why wouldn't I have strong opinions
Yeah.
about this?
So we already have rivals and everything.
And we started 2 days ago.
The hockey season starts on the 13th. So
It starts on the...
yeah, the 13th.
Oh, the 13th. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have a calendar, and by we, I mean I have pushed this upon everybody, and I write everything down. So we have now put it on the calendar, 7 p.m. I downloaded the ESPN channel for our...
Wearing white and blue.
Yeah. I don't own either of those colors.
Sure you do. We're gonna make it work.
Most of my wardrobe is black.
Does that mean we need snacks?
Oh my God, we do need snacks.
Okay.
Oh yay. Okay. Yeah, most of my wardrobe is black and maybe some sage green, which is what I'm wearing right now. So yeah, that is what we are doing. Let's see here. I feel like that's everything. Sierra?
You have to plug the things.
I have to plug the things?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, give us a follow on the Instagram or the Facebook, which we are at Paranorm Podcast. You can send us an email at paranormpodcast@gmail.com. You can also check out our blog where all of Sierra's sources are, as well as some pictures of, I'm assuming, Evelyn and John and the whole gang.
I'm gonna get her in her fancy clothes.
Oh my God, I can't stand this woman. Not you, Evelyn.
Yeah.
What else am I missing? Oh, Patreon at Paranorm Podcast. So yeah, I think I plugged all the things. The best thing that you can do is share. Guys, we are only, as of right now, we are only, what's today? The 9th. we are only the 9th day into January, and we are popping
Yeah.
with the downloads. Like, I am so proud of us.
We did want to say hello to Germany
Oh, yeah, because we got Germany, y'all.
and Arkansas. No, what was the new one?
Arkansas was the new one.
Yeah.
But Texas,
Yes.
you be popping.
You've been killing it on the download game.
Yes, so is Virginia,
Mhm.
which is wild to me. But like, guys, thank you so much for listening. You have no idea how much of an amazing thing that is that people are actually listening.
Actually listen, and then like,
and it's not just my mom.
it brings Emily so much joy to like see the map.
Oh
and,
my God,
like,
I love looking at the
see
map.
when, like another state like pops up in color.
Yes,
so.
I'm just because like it colors where on the map you guys
Yeah.
are. Like I can't like know like where you are. Like
Just like the state.
the state
The state
or
that your
country for that matter.
IP address comes from.
Which we got Ontario the other day too, which was really cool. But yeah, it just makes me really happy because this podcast is my child, and I love it. And I love all of you guys. So thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah.
Even if I say a whole bunch and I forget my words. So
it's all right.
I'm glad because it's not going to change. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a fantastic week. Hopefully there's not another coup of rednecks trying to take over our country. Oh, wait, that's already happening. Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
We won't see you.
Ah, gosh dang. Eventually.
Eventually, that is my goal, is one that's on my vision board, one live show. Wild.
Well, we'll be in your ears next week.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
For the third time.